Hello, welcome. The date is currently September 4th of 2025, and we're looking at the weather and a risk of some severe weather this coming week. So this is currently today. As you can see, this is actually for Wednesday. So this is technically yesterday. So we're coming in. We have a very strong jet stream coming over the northern Great Plains. So we go into tomorrow, this ridge will actually start to intensify. This is going to bring some really strong winds to the southern Saskatchewan area right now. This is basically 6 p.m. today. We go on to the 5th. You can see how this ridge is going to slowly begin to push across. It keeps going. You can see 2 days later, it's already into Ontario. Now, the big story right here is this area in here. So these are some weaker winds that are coming from the west. They're going eastbound. But down here, what this is going to do is it's going to allow hot air to begin to push up northwards. This on its own is not going to be a problem. We're going to actually have some hotter temperatures for the next few days around maybe the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday are all going to be decently warm for much of western Saskatchewan and almost all of Alberta. But as we keep going, so now this is on Tuesday, as you can see how this area right here, this is coming in, there's a low pressure center. So it's a trough. So the trough is going to begin to come in. And boom, right here, you can see this discrete, very strong low pressure center right here, sparking a lot of wind to be pushing up this way, but this is going to be our main story. So this low pressure center right here is going to turn the wind. This is going to be very strong. This is what's going to spark our thunderstorms. So this is going to actually pull up the moisture in. So if we go and see, this is Thursday. As you can see, it begins to push west. Now this is the temperatures. We were looking at over at 88 degrees Fahrenheit on Wednesday in Regina. That is extremely hot. That is well above 30 degrees. So as we keep going, here's our dew points for this day. So this is Wednesday. Over 60 degrees Fahrenheit for much of eastern Saskatchewan. That is well above what you need for thunderstorms. Generally, 55 degrees Fahrenheit is warm enough for thunderstorms. We are well over that. So this is going to be our greatest risk and our highest instability. If you look at the Canadian models, so this is our surface-based CAPE, which is our thunderstorm energy. You can see this is 3 p.m. So our low pressure center is right about here, and it's going to begin to push all of this air up. Now this is 6 p.m. It begins a little bit more disorganized, but this is still a lot of instability. Now the European model is showing over 3,000 joules of CAPE in extreme southern Saskatchewan. So we got some big storms coming. Now we take a look at our lapse rates. So this is the cooling off in the atmosphere. The higher you get, the cooler it gets. So this is generally with high instability and large hail. This is what you're going to get your large hail in. Boom, right here. This pocket right here, this is likely going to be more up this way with this center, but large hail, possibly up to golf ball size on next Wednesday. And here's our bulk shears. So we're looking, this area in here is going to have the highest ratio between the wind shear and the CAPE. So they have the largest storms likely in this area and possibly here, but we're looking more to be on the southern edge, extreme southeastern Saskatchewan, kind of western North Dakota, and portions of northeastern Montana. So now here's actually our precipitation rate. So this is the projected thunderstorms of the day. You can see this is noon, so this is 12 o'clock on Wednesday. So we're going to go, we have a little bit of scattered showers going to be formed by the warm front as it comes through. You can see as it begins to push this way, we have near the Saskatoon area, we have the storms initiating right around 3 p.m. roughly. These are our big, like big time supercells right here will be possible if they can get themselves organized. Now this is later, this is 9 p.m. You can see very large storms. One system in North Dakota and another system in southeastern Saskatchewan. This is going to be very widespread. Primarily, it's going to be a hail threat, but the threat for tornadoes does exist. Now, we're going to go, this is the Tuesday, the outlook. It's extremely far out. I made this, and I'm not a meteorologist, so take it with a grain of salt. But we have areas up in kind of central Alberta. Edmonton is included in this. We're just going to be thunderstorms. Down in Kansas, portions of northern Oklahoma, kind of eastern Nebraska is actually going to have a risk of some large hail, but it is very far out in the forecast, so this is going to have a much lower confidence, along with Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, I have a higher confidence in this. This red hatched area right here is where I think the strongest storms are going to be, stretching up into the Saskatoon area and down basically along Highway 11 down to Saskatchewan, and then up into Minot, kind of the portal area. So there's very low confidence due to this being very far in the model guidance. But once the regional models come out, we're going to be able to see a lot better which storms are going to be able to develop. But right now, that is how it is today. We're possibly going to be storm chasing. If the storms do develop, chances are, yeah, we're going to be out chasing and we're going to be out live. So stay tuned.